This is Marcus Termin at the 17th of April 2025. The Sun is still in the sign of Aries, slowly departing from Chiron, and the Moon is in the sign of Sagittarius. It's the after full moon trine in between Moon and Sun, and overall, and basically this is an harmonic installation, to call it like that. The aspect of Mercury in the sign of Aries now connecting with Neptune in the sign of Aries is holding on. It's very exact right now, and there are two levels to observe this. One level is being we can watch it in the so-called information cybernetics. Pictures pop up of sharks laying upside down with the belly upside down, suddenly coming back to life again. You have rovers steering a whirlpool and things like that. So the combination of strength, and water, seawater especially, is all over. It's all over in the so-called information cybernetics. But then there is another level which goes deeper, and this level is not out in the informational world. This level is more silent. This is when you go out in the woods and if you go out into nature, especially the forests, which keep and preserve our nature in a certain sense, because since we have this cover-up thing in the sky, the forests, especially the parks, seem to be the only retreat where we can really go to escape the bars that are being put in between the sun and us, and things are happening there. Something is opening up there, but it's very, very strong, but it's silent in a sense that it doesn't come to power yet. Interesting to watch what will happen when Mars tomorrow is going to move in a fire sign too. Mars is going to move in the sign of Leo, and then we have the presence of Mars in Leo, connecting the powers of Aries with Mercury and Neptune, which is going to be very, very interesting. Now let's see what pops out there. How can you use this day in a private matter perfectly? Well, this is an inspirational day. This is an inspirational trine with declining tension. Why is it declining? Because we are after the full moon. And declining tension is always the possibility to, get a breathe, having a look back, also being able to calculate what kind of powers you're going to need for the future to get through these turbulences that are being forced upon us by madmen in any position worldwide. I thank you for listening for today. Forget to mention one negative thing that popped out with Mercury Neptune is the result of this so-called pandemic treaty. This WHO thing, which gladly the United States left by these days. So what's the rest gonna do? They are just going to steer this thing over and over until we make a stop to it. That's exactly what I'm thinking about. This is it's really good to watch how those two parties in the world, neither of them is a real good party, but there are two parties in the world struggling right now for world governingship. The one is the overall globalist thing, and the other one is the more nationalist thing. Both have the aim of enriching themselves, but in a different matter. So this is the struggle that we're actually observing. Anyhow, We haven't had a look at the sheet of paper yet. See, this is Mercury and Neptune in the sign of Aries. Still, as I think, undercover, not notice them openly yet. See here the trine in between Sun and Moon, and it's not a perfect trine yet, but it will get into perfect shape by tomorrow. And this is Mars ready to go over to the sign of Leo finally, then of course being in opposition to Pluto, and this is what every astrologer is staring on, like the snake, like the rabbit on the snake, because at the same time we'll have the Sun passing over to the sign of Taurus, and then this gives the perfect square in between Taurus, Pluto and Mars. And also Lilith in the sign of Scorpio is involved. This is what the astrologers look at and are kind of scared a little bit too, at least some of them. Thank you for listening. This is Marcus Termin at the 17th of April 2025. In case you want to get in contact, just use this mail address up there, send me date, time and place where you were born, and I'll be happy to get in contact to you back. See you tomorrow.